On mute.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's perfect timing.
Okay, we're laughing because it felt like Jody fell off a roller coaster. We all jumped. Like her
I kind of
computer
did.
fell.
Are we live right now?
We
Yeah.
are. We're live.
Oh. Hello, everyone. Sorry about that.
Louder.
My iPad fell off its trusty stand here. But anyway, good morning. Hope everyone's doing today well on a Monday. I don't know any other way to say it, but it's been a little bit of a slog. And so today we thought we would just try to, pep it up a little bit and think positively. So this is our version of, like some good news or some things. We're going to kind of share things that have been uplifting for us or moments that have, kind of at least put a smile on our face in the past week. Let's see, for me, I have kind of two things in my mind. And also this will help when everybody else here, because they're quite small. But the first one is last night when two of my sons were sitting at the table, and I was actually the one who was laid out flat on the couch watching something really quite stupid on television. And they actually went into the other room and printed out a Sudoku puzzle so that they could have a challenge with each other and work on it. And I don't know why, but it just made me so happy watching them do it. And then, just a few minutes ago, my son came down to print out 4 more to practice because he obviously did not win that battle last night. So he is now practicing for it. And I'm just like, okay, there's, some value in that. And on a related note, on Friday night, we were all home again. And I was working on a jigsaw puzzle, and I will say I am a jigsaw puzzle person, but I think I overdosed on them a little bit. So I haven't really gotten to too many this year, but we were working on one that I had even persuaded my husband to help with. And another kid came in, and they are hands-off jigsaw puzzle, but he sat down and he stayed with us to the end and kind of worked on it, and then asked if there was another one that we could do. So in the time since that had happened, he has dumped it out of the box, but that is it. But still, so I feel like, these are little kind of moments of joy that I've had in my house over the past few days. So, all right, I'm going to pass it up to Jessica.
I am now unmuted. So I've recently begun doing more things with friends kind of over various like streaming services and just like online stuff. So last night, actually, we watched one of my favorite movies on the planet, Howl's Moving Castle. And it was just really fun to it was like a big group of 10 people just watching and like typing comments as we watched. And it was really fun. I like being able to do that kind of stuff. And who should go next? I guess I'll pass it to Kamira.
Thank you. So I have 2. One is obviously my essay went up on your website, on your parents' website. So yay! And I got to share that with family and friends. That was one. The other seems really pedestrian, but
I'm going to interrupt for 1 second and say that, first of all, Kamira, thanks for being here with us again. We're going to invite you to be a regular as often as you want to join us. But everyone should read the article. It is, it's just amazing, beautifully written, a story that we might not all know and that we need to know. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I was happy to contribute it. The other thing is, it's going to seem really silly in comparison, but last week I not only curbed my intake of sweets, I have a huge sweet tooth, but actually the craving, which seems really small, except I must have gone sweets crazy during the pandemic because I had my first adult cavity and I was shocked. My whole family was like, you have a cavity? But I must be just eating sweets like crazy. And I know I have because since then, one of our sons had to have 2 cavities filled. So I've been like spreading it around. So I'm really happy. Not only did it, because it's hard for me to not eat sweets, but I didn't even crave them as much. I still do, but not as much. I'm going to pass it to Sue.
Okay, first I'm going to share because we love when people share with us. So Amy, thanks so much. She's so grateful to return home from a week away to a clean house. That is unbelievable. Yay, yay, yay for your family. Plus a notice from the school for a new hybrid schedule that will have my high school senior back in her building by mid-March. Also, just exceptional news. We are so happy for you. That's great. Okay, so there's Kamaira's article. Thanks, Jessica Port, for doing that. Jim, thanks so much for sharing with us. And I'm going to tell you that I guess I have two things. One is that I think I'm enjoying Zoom. So I know everyone's so tired of it, and my eyes hurt from it. But I've had some experiences where I feel like it is almost like a real visit with friends and with people who I am like less connected to, but also just so grateful to have the opportunity to get to know them a little better. And one of the things I ask people for stories from their kids of things that were working in school, because it's really been so hard for the kids and the teachers. And the one thing that the kids all said was the breakout rooms. That did make them feel like they had socializing time, and especially if it was around an assignment, then they didn't have to feel pressure of like, let's be friends, but they got to spend time with other people. So for me, that's just like there's definitely going to be times when we get to be with people in person that Zoom is also going to work. And so I feel really grateful for that. And then I have 5 kids. It's a rare thing when I talk to all 5 of them, and the conversation is lovely with all of them. They're all lovely. Every conversation is not always lovely. And last week I had a day of hanging up. I got to even speak with my son-in-law, and 6 conversations, and they were all happy to talk to me and share with me. And it was like this massive bonus in my day. So I am now going to pass it to Eka.
Good morning, everyone. So it turns out that I've realized through this pandemic that I didn't know before is that I have like this hyper empathetic part to me, which I probably knew, but it seems more heightened. So like if I talk to my kids and they're upset, then I am like super upset, which I think it happens, but it just seems like, I don't know, it's because I have nothing else going on in my life. So I feel like this is, I'm carrying around everybody's baggage. So segueing into what happened with me is, as many of you know, my husband is on the COVID task force for work. And so it has been a long year, and he puts in a lot of hours all the time, and he's always really tired, and I've seen how drained he is. But we live, our property has a pond on it, and the pond has frozen, and he has gone out and he's shoveled the pond and he has poured water on it. And to see the joy that he gets from ice skating. And he's been ice skating on the pond, and it's like his little boy has come out again. And I'm so excited to see that for him. So of course he gets excited and then I get excited, but then I'm also such a worrywart that I have to watch the whole time to make sure he doesn't fall through the ice. So at first he would tie a rope on his waist and tie it to the dock. But so it's kind of like both sides, but I'm really excited to see finally that he has that joy. So then of course, empathetically, then I feel it too. So that's been a big one for me, is getting to watch him ice skate and kind of let go of everything, even if it's just for, half an hour. So that's what my joy this week. So I'm going
to jump in before Jen goes to just share a few of the comments here.
Okay.
Allison says, we just got notified we can host an exchange student again next year. That's first of all, it's amazing that you do it. And second of all, we're thrilled. That is such a wonderful opener for your kid to see the world, and such a big statement that we might be getting back to some new normal. And then Stephanie is taking this time to teach her 15-year-old to drive because the classes are all booked up. And he's doing great with a mom teacher. Okay, that is huge. That did not always go well in my house. I don't know. Thumbs up if it went great with you. Yeah, thumbs down. Oh, look, we got a sideways one. Okay, now back to Jen to wrap things up.
Okay, I'm gonna tie in a couple of strands. I love going last because I can pick and choose from what everybody said. Jody, first of all, game on, girl, with the puzzles. I want to show you the one I'm working on. I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna try. Can you see? All right, this is a big puzzle for me. It's I think it's 1,000 pieces, and 500 is more my comfort zone. So that has given me so much joy. I think I spent 3 hours working on this puzzle yesterday, and it's hard for me to sit still. So I'm finding it to be actually a really good mindfulness activity. When I'm doing that, I am not thinking about anything else but that puzzle, and I'm loving it. And it does make me miss my puzzle companion. One of my kids who's at college right now is my typical puzzle companion. But she and I found a way to connect on a different kind of puzzle while she's away. We've been doing the spelling bee through New York Times, which is, if you aren't aware of it, it's an app that you can get on the New York Times puzzle. And it's a word that you have to unscramble and make one full word out of it for extra points. And then you make as many other words as you can, but you always have to use the center letter. So that's something she and I can work on together while apart. And we enjoy just texting each other to say, did you get the big word yet? Or I'm stuck, can you get more words, etc. So that was kind of a little mini win. But my bigger win for this week is that same kid, college kid, who typically is like me and like some of these solitary pursuits, like she's good with crafts and puzzles and things like that. She did something this week that was way outside of her comfort zone. She went out for an activity on campus that is something I would never have predicted she'd be interested in. She went for it 100%. She said, I don't know what's going to happen. It might work. It might not work. I might get rejected, but I'm going to go for it. She went for it and she got it. And I was so over the moon. And I felt like you, Eka, maybe because I have absolutely nothing going on in my own life, I was totally living vicariously through her wins. And I will take it, because as some wise person once told me, you're only as happy as your least happy child. I think it was Sue Borison who told me that, actually. Not sure, but it might have. So anyway, speaking of college and wins, our goal is we all want our kids to leave our homes eventually and to be successful. And one of the ways that we envision that for them is college, and whatever that college looks like for your kid. That's something we spend a lot of time getting our kids ready for, but then we don't talk about it a lot with them before they go. And also parents, we're like, oh my God, it's such a huge thing. What are we going to do about this? It costs so much money. It's a huge life-changing thing going on. And we just feel like parents need more help with it. So our gift to you, and we hope this brings you happiness, is that we are putting together an amazing, amazing college summit. It's an 8-week series called Destination College. You sign up for it online. It takes place via Zoom. And it's once a week for 8 weeks. And it starts, I think the first one is March 8th, 9th. I can't count. Looks like 9th, right? 9th. Thank you. So this is we have some incredible experts. These are people we've been talking to for years. They're our friends. We know them. We want them to be your friends, because you need to hear everything they have to say about who gets into college, why, how does it work? Like, what happens behind the scenes? It seems like this big, murky mystery, and we want to demystify it for parents. So I have kids in college, and I totally wish that I could have had this before they went. But I'm going to give you the benefit of my experience, Sue's experience, Eka's experience, Jody's experience. Kamira, come on board if you want. We're going to have lots of parents involved in this, giving you real life experience so you can avoid some of the pitfalls and know what to expect. So please join us. And I hope you have a great week. My other win was that there was sunshine and I saw robins. So spring is coming. Hang in there. There's light at the end of the tunnel. And enjoy coming back to spend time with us, always behind the scenes on Mondays at 10:30 Eastern Time. We'll talk to you soon.